you. The only issue is I don't know how I'm going to contribute to anything because I'm
It's
not
all
getting.
right because we are live, my friend. Whether you contribute or not, your presence is all that matters. I was talking about Gurkirat, and of course, I have the beautiful Vaishali with me, and not to forget Cricket Crazy Nix, who, of course, right now is a little worried about his beloved UP Warriors in this chase of 183. Wherever you guys are, tune in to this cricket.com watch along. My name's Avnish Hegde. Sorry, we're slightly late to the party in different settings. It's not the usual watch along scene because of course, for the men's tournament, we're going to be doing a little facelift for the studio. Right now, 13 for 2, 3 overs gone, and it should be, sorry, 14 for 2, I should say, because Tali McGrath's managed to get 2, and there's Kiran Navgere as well. Speaking of Kiran Navgere, let's talk to our first fan, of course, in terms of Vaishali. Now, she was telling me that she wanted Delhi to be playing this one and not Mumbai. Reasons why?
because I really wanted Mumbai and UP to play the finals,
Hmm.
not Delhi. But yeah, obviously, because of those two losses of Mumbai, Mumbai has kind of shifted to second place. Otherwise, Mumbai was the deserving team to go all over to the finals without playing
Are you
Delhi.
upset with Delhi because they haven't played your beloved Jasia Akhtar?
No, nothing like that. Just that
Nix is nodding.
these are my two favorite teams in this tournament. That's what I've told before as well. So that's the reason I wanted both of them to play the finals. Then, irrespective whoever wins, I'll be in a win-win situation. But now, unfortunately, only one team will go. So that is the reason I wanted Delhi to be in this eliminator. However, having said that, the game has progressed. I think Netsi brand the dropped catch
Yeah.
was the turning point, I guess. And the way she batted is actually like she looked different from all the batters who had batted on this pitch so far. So I think her innings was class apart, and because of that innings, and after that Pooja Vastrakar's 11, they have managed to get 182 on the board, and then now with Lisa Helly and Shweta Sarawat gone to the dugout, it's very very difficult from UP. Let's see how it goes.
But they still have Talia McGrath. Grace Harris is back in this one. Remember, not to forget Deepthi Sharma. Let's, of course, get to Nix and we'll get to Gurkirat, who's sorting out his TV connection because apparently it is raining cats and dogs in Delhi. So apologies from a Gurkirat
I'm
perspective.
I'm 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 just watching on Geo Cinema now on my mobile. So
He
pardon me if I'm
always
sometimes
finds
looking
a way
down
to
on my
improvise,
screen.
which is what
Yeah.
I love. You always find a way to improvise, and well done for your show yesterday. I was watching it as well. Brilliant stuff. Lots of new comments and users. So big up to Gurkirat as well. Gurkirat, I'll just come to you in a bit. I have to ask Nix about the first innings and the bowling woes from a UP perspective. She mentioned the drop catch, even the rub of the green not going UP's way. How would you sum up that innings from a bowling perspective, Nix?
I felt UP were trying to be very smart uh,
Hmm.
in terms of getting Grace Harris to bowl early. They bowled two of her. Probably felt Anjali should have bowled out. They had to get Skiver out. They held back Sophie for too long. And of course, you still think that 180 also did not look on till Pooja hit those two hits and then Skiver also finished well. So
Yeah.
at the start of the game, you would probably tell them that 160, 170, they would still take it. I felt 180 was probably 10, 15 too much, and you expected Mumbai to strike with the new ball, and that's what they did. But I felt UP were just bit more tricky. I don't not get the right word, but they would still take the score had they just taken the catch. I think Skill was the only one who looked like she got the measure of the pitch, and once she gave that chance, after that nothing came from her. So I think that was the template that I think UP now need to follow. Now, anyways, they don't have option by having lost Healy and Sehrawat early. But again, Saika got a wicket early. So again, it's just been the day where everything is fallen into place for Mumbai, even if it is the umpiring calls.
Yeah, I mean, umpiring calls, he says that politely because, I mean, if you guys were, of course, seeing the first innings, you would have noticed Harmanpreet Kaur in that particular dodgy review. I say dodgy because how they spikes when the ball's not even connected with the bat. And it's a good way to kind of bring in Gurkirat Ratta because he was having a say on our personal WhatsApp chat. Gurkirat, thoughts about the first innings and that issue as well, because I think that's garnering some traction on Twitter, is what I understand.
Yeah. I think I was looking at some of the numbers before the game, and
Hmm.
at around the 16th over mark with Mumbai being 128, I felt that okay, they might reach the par score which is 170 at this venue for the last 20 games. But given they scored some 54 runs in the last 4 overs, clearly the momentum thing that we were discussing, that was in their favor. And as far as that call of Harman's concerned, I definitely felt that it was out in real time. And to me, that sneakometer looked very dodgy, because sometimes when there is a edge, you still see a deflection in the seam. The
Exactly.
fact that the seam didn't move, right, to me it looked that, maybe that there was some mistake. And unfortunately, you can't blame the umpires for it, because uh, the protocol is for the umpires to follow the technology, and it wasn't an obvious, because the ball was near to the bat. I don't think that the umpire could have also ignored the technology as a whole, because in some cases, if it's right
Oh,
there
gone.
clearly.
Gone. Sorry, Gurkirat. Gone. Brilliant stuff from the captain herself. And this is a crucial one because Talia McGraw was running towards the striker's end. And sorry, not the captain, but
Amanjot.
it is, of course, Amanjot Kaur. Not Amanpreet, but Amanjot. And Talia McGraw, I don't know why she's waiting because the stumps were taken off in a jiffy by Yastika Bhatia. Brilliant throw, brilliant piece of fielding, and three down within the power play. This is not what the doctor ordered in terms of UP perspective. Yup, gone curtains for McGrath, and the pressure now mounts on that one Grace Harris. She's done it 4 times, can do it fifth time this time around. By the way, all you guys watching, wherever you guys are on a Friday, really appreciate it. Tell us what you're doing, tell us what you're eating to watch this game. Whether Gurkriat started on his Sikh kebabs, only time will tell. I've not had dinner yet. Vaishali's pretty hungry. And I think a lot of the other guys are having their own particular cravings on a Friday night. Soups, khichidis, let us know in the comments. And of course, more particular in the match
Yeah,
regard.
I wouldn't call having Sikh kebab as a craving. Just saying.
Why? Then what is it? Is it
That,
normal bread and butter?
it, it's pretty regular for me. It's craving is when you want to have, galati kebab or something like that. Sikh kebab's pretty regular.
It's a staple, he goes on to say. Chachan saying, what are we doing, guys? Are we, I mean, is Mumbai winning? Hopefully not masterclass innings from one of Healy, Talia, and Grace. Is that trophy will win it? Mumbai Indians winning blood going on to say. So, lots of Mumbai Indian fans, of course, like this one here, who's dressed in blue as well. I have to pick your mind about the tournament in general because we'll do a couple of things going forward in this watch along.
Yeah.
So far, who's been one Indian player who's really, really caught your eye? One.
You want to know in domestic or
Yeah,
international?
domestic.
Domestic. I think it's gonna be Shanka Patil.
Yes.
Is what I'm gonna tell. Because she got limited chances, but whatever chances she has got, she has performed both in
Yeah.
bat as well as ball. She has bowled some crucial overs for RCB and has actually got the wickets as well. So if you we were discussing the earlier watch alongs as well, I was particularly saying that she should have been in the playing 11 of RCB from the first day.
Correct.
So she is the one who has impressed me the most in terms of the domestic talent.
Yeah.
And then after that, obviously, Kanika Amjad is also someone who has done recent well. And then Saikansh.
Yeah.
So these three are the names that I know. But then obviously Shanka Patil I will rate a bit high because she has come as an all rounder. So that is something which has differentiated.
And plus, I mean, the energy that she's brought to that Bangalore team has been brilliant. We're also going to be doing a video which is coming out sometime this week, or sorry, the weekend, I should say, with regards to the most prized Indian domestic assets that we've seen so far in the Women's T20 League. It's going to be a good watch. Stuck in the pads, Navgiri.
I think it's height.
It's height for sure,
Yeah,
but
I
the
think
umpire scared me. He
Height.
did scare me because he didn't move, and I thought it was a late Steve Buckner sort of thing going to happen. Greg K saying Mumbai going to finals. Keep them comments coming through. We'll take them as we go along, of course. If you guys are scratching your eyes, seeing where are we sitting, we're sitting bang in the center of the CDC HQ. Our studio is a work in progress. Yes, Gurkirat, sorry. You wanted to say something?
I'm just saying, I was looking at that now that I've got my connection back. I was just looking at the run out of McGrath.
Yeah.
And more than Aman, yes, Amanjot Kaur was good to take that opportunity, but you really have to question, like, was that risky single needed at that stage? Given Healy was dismissed, you've already lost 2 wickets inside the power play, and McGrath's your best batter. I mean,
Yeah.
this is something that I've become tired of talking. That teams really need to figure out, when do they want to, and for what reward do they want to risk their wickets. And like an extra quick single is something, I really feel should be the last resort to lose your wicket to. It is better to have an ugly hoik or a slog against the negative matchup rather than lose your wicket like this. Because now, everything's on Grace Harris' shoulders. You could have probably even played that ball out, or not taken that single. You would have still been in the game relatively. And what is the reward? It was just, I mean, it's something which really I can never understand. I can understand trying to take a single against a negative matchup, but given that she was out by a fair distance, the run was never on.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it just pisses me off as a fan generally how they make these bewildering decisions. But sometimes that's just part and parcel of the game. And I know how much you hate runouts, and I can completely understand your perspective. Let's just get Nick's here in terms of thinking how UP can rebuild this particular chase. We've seen it. We've seen them do this before. I remember Kiran Navgere, of course, played that sort of counter-attacking knock, especially in the middle overs in one of the games earlier, which they went on to win as well. And that's a great shot from Grace Harris, and she'll be super key. 30 for 3, 5.1. Next, how do they reassess and go about it here? Will they play it till the 10th over mark, 15th over mark? Grace Harris probably anchor a little bit before she takes on that aggressor role?
Yeah, they've been in this situation almost every game, so they know
Yeah.
what to do. That's been the drill for them. Maybe
Nice.
they love doing that. As Gukila said, I would rather have a batter fall over on the stumps than get run out, because
Sorry, Nick,
it's
is that a good thing? Because she's made a good point right now. The fact that they found themselves in precarious situations, they almost have prepared best for this sort of eliminator now.
but then it doesn't bode well for the side that if they do it again Delhi. See, it
Yeah.
would be crazy if the side keeps like it would be how 2018
So
Chennai
I
found a way to win from improbable situations every game. Now it can happen, but it'll still tell you that it's only the regular heroes. You're not
Yeah.
getting the new hero. You're not getting a new player who's contributing. So you can't always be reliant on the same people. So today is the day for Kiran to come good and just get a score, and just
Good
don't take
shot.
any risky singles. I mean, if it's the ball in the deep, just take one, walk one if you want to, but you cannot, it just cannot have run out. And no, I'm not in tension. My heartbeat is also fine. It's just runouts get to us very cohesively because it's there is no return on your investment. It's negative almost.
Yeah.
I want to Bharat had commented, and I read that comment that Gurkirat will say that drop catches don't count or something. Now this is where I want to differentiate. uh, I never say it is okay to drop catches. What I always say is that you can't pin the result on one mistake,
Ooh, for a second, I thought she hit it straight in field. But back-to-back boundaries. Great over this. They're
yeah,
taking down
right?
Saika.
yeah. Actually, she bowled a wicket man over the first over, and now they have hit like her for three boundaries in
And
this
there's
over.
another fascinating subplot in terms of the purple cap. Sorry, go on, Gurkirat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that you should drop catches on purpose. I'm saying it's a mistake that can happen. But the
Yeah.
reason why I get more angry on runouts is because getting run out, or getting in a position to be run out, is something that you take a conscious decision of. You don't decide to drop catches. It is something that sometimes you don't have a control over. It just happens despite your best efforts. But when it comes to getting run out, you make that fraction of a second decision that you
Oh,
want
hold
to make.
on. Kiran Navgere just slotted off a six. That's
What
out of here.
ball? Yeah, it should be a no ball, I guess. It didn't.
But she came down the track, so
Yeah,
maybe it'll go into Seka's
but what a
favor with
shot!
six. I mean,
Amazing.
she's taken down Seka quite brilliantly here.
I think Striker wasn't able to pitch two balls, the last two balls.
Wow,
It was full toss.
it was ridiculous. I mean, talk about punishing a full toss, Knicks. I mean, we normally associate the Bass Vampire with the likes of MS and stuff, but that was MSS over a long run. And Haley
Yeah, and
Matthews.
they need that. It's you can't always rely on Grace to do the bulk of the scoring. You'll need your now Kiran Navgire, Deepti, everybody to come in and just ensure that Grace doesn't have to take any risk and she can bat till the 10th or the 12th over. Because she bats till then, she'll also get the boundary. She's not someone who's just going to rotate and look. And again, it's just very smart cricket. There is due already. So
Correct.
from what we hear, so just be calculative, know your target. It's still not out of reach. So stay up to it and you can catch up. But you can't keep losing wickets, then you will not be able to catch up.
Yeah, I think that's
I think that's a good recovery.
it's a good recovery so far. 45 for 3, 6 overs. But again, UP fans will have their heart in their mouth. Chapal Chor going on to say, forgot to take notice of Nikhil's look, such an innocent face, infant face. He goes on to say. I think one of the lads pointed that out in the earlier meetings that we had in the CDC boardroom, saying, "Oh, look at the man, he's shaved and all of that." But look, jokes apart, though, keep your comments coming through and check out the CDC website and the app. The website, you can check out the live blog and the analysis. We forced the writer to change location inside the office. Akash, it is. Who'll be joining us plenty of the IPL watchalongs, but the guys, of course, writing all the IPL previews. You guys can check it out. There's a couple of fascinating previews already. Change of location, yes, Chapal Chor. By the way, nice location. Maybe you can try national parks for nice serene environment. I mean, there's a lot of green anyway in terms of the plants, the flora and fauna, but also the color of the particular sofa. Guys, just want to ask you a quick one in terms of Dipti Sharma, because we spoke about her. We, of course, have made multiple takeaways. Is this the night that she can really maybe do something special with the help, of course, Grace and Kiran? I'll come to you first.
Yeah, definitely she hasn't had the great
Yeah.
set that we
And
need.
she's a big match player.
Hopefully she is.
Oh, cheeky from Nivgari.
Yes.
You
So
know,
yeah,
I'm trying. I'm going to try to do a Nikhil here. Okay, but I think a chance is coming in this over. It's either a chance or two boundaries.
Okay, fine. Oh, he's already predicting. By the way, Vaishali, this week when we were doing watch-alongs, Nikhil, like a crazy guy, just before Shefali and I think another one got out. Now Gurkinath might get another one. Gurkinath might get this right. He has. No, he put it down. So close, so far. And Haley Matthews, out of all people, has put it down.
You can call it out from the way the batter is batting. It's the options that they're taking. She's got the runs. She's
Yeah.
had 22 in 14. Still, she wants to go for the riskier. Again, the shot may be on. Execution is a problem, but it's been the story. Hopefully, she doesn't repeat it again and just get the boundary. It's okay. Don't
Even
always have to hit in
Sachin
the air.
kind of nearly jinxing it there. Sachin Upadhyay saying Kiran's day finally question mark. Oof. And Amelia Kerr
No,
nearly saying
the reason why I made that prediction is because we have seen this with Kiran before in the tournament as well. When she's got the boundary, even against a negative matchup, she's
Yeah.
looked to go for the boundary. And this is the kind of bowling that she will fancy herself to take
Shot.
the chance.
Shot.
That's so
You know what? To be honest with you, I'm going to be supporting the UP, even though that they don't need my shitty support. But just saying, if you guys honestly are wondering, because look, my Bangalore's out. They're probably watching it like me. We have lots of Mumbai fans in the comments, like Subodh and Suchant. Vaishali is one of them. Nix is, of course, the
No, but
UP camp.
I'm
I'm
happy
UP
whoever
camp.
wins today. I just want both the teams to win. That's the where I am today.
I mean, that can't happen. One has to lose.
Yeah, so I'm happy. Like I know I'll be sad at the
Ooh, one bounce. 51 for 3, the recovery, not bad. I mean, if there's any two batters in this league to counter attack, actually, I would choose Grace Harris and Kiran Navgire.
Oh,
Think
really?
about it. In terms of counter attacking style,
No.
all the others,
Grant Saris is okay, but Kiran you will choose.
I mean, she's not bad, dude. I mean, I'm obviously taking a page out of your book.
Yeah, no, you don't need to.
Yeah.
You have to be
No, but
honest.
honestly, we should have really seen like the likes of Jasya after that.
Yeah, actually, I'm very means not happy with the world that it's not it's the world that they didn't see.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly,
That's true. Serious question. Why is Crick Buzz writing Nelly Kerr instead of Amelia Kerr?
they made quite a lot of mistakes.
I mean,
Someone's also got a notification of Mohsin Khan getting out of the IPL.
Yeah, and even Mukesh Chaudhary as well, for that matter. I think
Yeah.
he reported both of them. Yeah.
I mean, I went on there. I mean, this is just we come about the competitors. But look, since the cat's out of the bag, we went on their website to check for the highest score of the tournament because I knew it was Sophie Devine. It said versus Bangalore. Then I was like, dude, I don't think I'm going to trust these guys anymore. But speaking of which, cricket.com is the place to be. Honestly, check out our website. It's a work in progress, but it's obviously updated. And the app is brand new, so the website will probably get a resurface in another month's time, but it'll be good.
Just want to say that we are not doing ambush marketing. We are only giving feedback and sharing our
Only
feedback.
giving feedback. Yeah. I'm building a cricket community. What is the name of the ma'am sitting beside Avnish? Never seen women in analysis in long time. May Mahadev promotes her to bigger stages. Har Har Mahadev.
Thank you so much.
Chapal Chor. Chapal Chor saying that.
My name is Vaishali, and I think he's joining for the first time.
Yeah. So tell them a little about yourself. Tell the viewers as well where your love for women's cricket grew.
Okay, so my name is Vaishali, as
And
you
she's an
already.
NCA spy. We're sending her for a sting
Nothing,
report
dude. Like,
soon.
please.
Like secret cameras. She's taken a picture with Bumrah, Iyer. She knows all the stories about her and how they fare.
No,
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 but
no.
jokes apart, she's been covering cricket for like what, 2 years now?
More than like I have been always been a cricket fan and the lover since since the day I born. Obviously, this as a freelancing I've taken seriously from the last 4 5 years. You can go and check. I have had the privilege to interview few players as well, including Kiran Navgir is playing right now, Sandeep Sharma, and many domestic players. You go and find out. Not just women's cricket, but I just love cricket in general. And I've had the opportunity to even interview the captain of women's hockey team, who is Savita Punya, and they won the bronze medal in the Commonwealth Games. So yeah, uh, many more things about me.
So cricket and hockey. But yeah, good on you for doing all those interviews. And you guys can follow her, of course, on Instagram. And that might be another boundary for Grace
Yeah.
Harris. Well done. So they're getting the runs, they're getting the boundaries each over. What is happening in IPL? Everyone getting injured, saying Subodh Chavan. Honestly, I want to make like an IPL 11 of all the injured people right now. We can think
They
of,
can actually, and they can win also.
they can win also.
They can win.
Three of those players, the Bumrah, Iyer,
Jai
Khan,
Richardson,
Jai Richardson comes to mind,
and then if this report is true, Mohsin Khan
and
as
Mukesh.
well. Yeah, Mukesh.
Like quite a few left,
Two
right?
left.
Yeah, the two
Left
left.
arm.
So Nat Siva is bowling 3 on the trot? Oh no, she was given a break, I think. But she's come back. I think she's bowling a third over. 56 for 3, 7.3. Do subscribe if you guys are watching for the first time. And we'll take your questions as well. Next, the big game, this one. I know it's an eliminator, but how did you go about your fantasy building today? I know many teams and stuff, but what was the common theme across all of them?
All rounders. Let's say we're the captain.
As simple and as clear as it gets. I think
Yeah.
she's the one who had zero negative. Oh, is that out?
Oh, no, carry! Gone, Nat Siva. I thought for a second Nix was going to say wicket's going to come here, but look, that's a big wicket, and that could be the game essentially. 56 for 4, 7.5 curtains indeed. I mean, straight to long gone, and it was
And it's
a
good
lovely
that
shot.
I mean,
Sorry,
it's,
Nat?
it's good. It's good that you don't have Grace Harris show every day because
Yeah.
she's masked a lot of their problems with the bat all by herself. So a Grace Harris show would have been unfair on the team's fair reflection as well. How they've gone about batting. They are weak on batting and they ended up weakening it even further by how they play. So
Yeah.
yeah, let's see how if the Indian others can step up and put up a fight because they still need 127 of 73. So that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's still quite a bit hunt down. Gurkirat, what's your gut feel now with Grace back in the hut? Do you think it's gotten, like Vaishal said, or do you think, look, there's still Dipti, there's still Kiran Navgiri out there, a partnership too wouldn't really hurt. But then I'm thinking right after that, there's no one else who can bat. Simran Sheikh,
Can bat a bit.
See, I suppose.
Sophie Eccleston. What are you hoping for?
See, I suppose Kiran will continue to take her chances. She'll need more than some luck to be able to bat till the this is the eighth over to be able to bat till the 13th 14th over. If she can bat till the 13th 14th over, then maybe UP have a chance. But I, I don't think that it will happen because she'll probably take a chance too many, and maybe she'd need a couple of more drops or edges avoiding the fielders given the way she's going to bat. And most likely the next over is going to be Amelia Kerr. And in the first over itself, she bowled two very good googlies with a lot of control. Usually, sometimes what happens is that when wrist spinners are bowling, they don't have enough control on their wrong ones. But the way she was landing them, you could rarely see, and see her probably take two wickets in the next three overs that she's going to bowl. And won't be surprised if one of those wickets come off a googly. And she's giving it good nice loop as well. So yeah, I mean, Can't be too optimistic about UP's chances over here, given the lack of batting depth and given the bowling that is still yet to come.
I think it's going to be a little cat and mouse game between Amelia Kerr and Kiran Navgiri right now. I think Dipti is going to drop anchor. We expect that. Let's see Dipti batting today, what she can bring to the game, saying Bharat Kotwani in the comments. Mumbai, of course, have just had amazing bowlers throughout this competition in terms of options, and we can see it come to the fore right now. Dipti likes to take her time, but look, if there's any game that she can deliver for her team, it'll be tonight. Even though 126 of 12 is a steep ask, let's see how
Yeah,
all unfolds.
just hoping
Yeah,
she doesn't take the risk too early because, as Gurkirat said, there is one chance definitely coming in this over.
that is true. In terms of Dipti, or do you think with Kiran?
Both of them.
No, I think Dipti Kiran though doesn't need second invitation, but I think Dipti will take that one boundary that she wants early. If that is taken care of, then she'll be fine. But I think that one risk will come.
Hmm. What really kind of differentiates Amelia Kerr as a leg spinner going around in the modern women's game is something that Gurkirat mentioned right now, loop.
No, you
And
don't see even in you don't see even it in the men's game. I mean, if
correct.
Chahal's not been playing for India, but if you look at Kuldeep coming around the wicket to right-handers, you won't see him bowl outside the off stump and still have it within the wide line. He Whenever he's probably coming around the wicket, he's trying to bowl it around the fourth stump and then end it within the stumps. So
Yeah.
the and she's bowling googlies while coming around the wicket. This is excellent control. This is something which is very, very rare to see. In fact,
Hmm.
I'm a little stunned to see this, to be very honest. I'm not so
She's
sure.
very, very underrated. She's very
He's
underrated.
very
Yeah,
underrated. And,
I'm not
yeah,
so
and I
sure if she
like
does it regularly, but
She's underrated, but now is the chance to prove that if she can do this.
no 100%. But just the fact that she has the accuracy, like Gukirat's mentioning right now, and 5 dots, can she really stitch a maiden? Nearly does. So just one off that over, potentially two. If Dipti can come back, no, just one. So Amelia Kerr doing fantastically well there. And it's these overs that UP don't want, which will hurt them further, right?
Yeah.
Because that just has increased the required run rate to what, above 11 right now. So it's tough. So Watchalong going on to say, I will ask a question to Vaishali ma'am once Kiran Navgiri gets out. Does Navgiri
Once
deserve
Kiran Navgiri
attention?
gets out, I'll answer that line.
Oh, by the way, I mean, how she's played so far, we've seen glimpses of what she can bring to the table. Even tonight, she's showing how she can be a counter-attacking self. Is there an India sport revisited for her, maybe?
So how the tournament has progressed, if I have to sum up that way, I think sometimes she kind of took a lot of chances which wasn't required at that particular time.
Correct.
She has got her chances. So if she has hit, like I've seen the one game which I actually went to see in the stadium, she has actually hit a six, hit a four, and then still was trying to hit.
Yeah.
So maybe if that is something she can build in her game, wherein give a chance. If you have hit a four, hit a six, maybe respect a good ball, rotate the strike. You don't have to hit every ball. If
Correct.
she can kind of develop that kind of game sense in herself, then I think yeah, she's the one who we can look for.
We know about her power hitting, but maybe an ODI call-up beckons. Maybe she can take time.
ODI can be a perfect game. If you're talking about the ODI in the recently concluded senior one-day game, she has hit
All
154.
right. Correct.
154. No, I'm talking about the recent one.
Oh, in
I'm
the
not
recent
talking
one.
about the one where she has made the record of 162 in the T20.
Oh, correct. So
I'm
this is
talking
a
about
different
this
game.
is in January. This happened in the
Okay.
January 2023. So yeah. So maybe because I don't know what, but she feels like she has to hit every boundary in the T20 games. If she can build that game sense in herself, that you have the power. Even if you play a three-dot ball, you have the power to kind of buckle up on every particular occasion. So that is something, if she can improve, she can be a great asset to the team. So this is something where mentoring or coaching is what is required.
Yeah.
So this is what I.
Generally, at large, I mean, that was the biggest advantage to kind of come out of this tournament. The fact that India now will have a problem of plenty. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, because we're seeing with the Indian men's team and how sometimes a problem of plenty can actually backfire at times. But more the merrier for an Indian perspective in terms of talent. And Kiran Navgiri is one of them, who's one of the old horses, but now again back in the fray thanks to a tournament like this. So keep your comments coming through. Of course, they've taken the time out right now. 58 for 4, 9 overs gone. The big wickets, of course, are back in the hunt. I'm talking about Healy and McGraw, that suicidal run. and not forget Grace Harrison in North's dismissal. Mumbai would be happy if Deepthi bats for 20 overs going on to the SS98 sarcastically, I'm guessing. My background is real, asking about India. Of course it is. We can't fake it with the green because you can't have
Sure.
green chairs on your green screen background. So you know it's the CBC background as such. But we've made an absolute adjustment. If you see
Yeah.
this from the opposite end, you'd be like, what have you
We are
done with
seeing
this
this,
setup?
this there. We have to look at the cameras.
The
Look at
camera is
the
here, the TV is
screen.
there,
We are reading your
Gurkinat's
comments from
here.
there.
It's perfect. So apologies for the eyesight moving everywhere. The writers behind who's just bowling with the ODI ball. I mean, it's honestly, it's sort of in an office right now. It's just like a junkyard by the looks of things. So 58
Who's the
coming
who,
on.
who's the writer that you're talking about?
Guess. Let's play a guessing game.
He called the name before.
Yeah, let's see if Gurkinat is paying attention.
Oh, Akash.
Oh, why?
No, Akash. I just want to do a little bit of banter with Akash. Now I
Let's
know
get
Akash likes. Now I know Akash likes Ish Sodi a little bit, but I just want to say that uh,
Or maybe come back.
Amelia Kerr has better control than Ish Sodi. Both of them are from the same country.
I don't think he
Probably.
likes Sodhi that much, bro. He just backed Sodhi once. It's a one-off argument. I mean, if
I'm not.
Sodhi was a CSK guy, then maybe I'd agree with that. But I don't think so.
So he's CSK fan?
Akash is just politely just putting his thumb saying, yeah, it's fine. I agree with
Yeah.
you.
And it's a fact, so he can't like argue anything against it.
They're both, I think, did she win something big in the end, the New Zealand Cricket Awards yesterday? I think Dal Mitchell and Amelia Kerr won out. So, yep. Abbas Kutni going on to say, I dropped Nat Siva from my fantasy team and then they dropped her on 6. Yeah, bad day to drop Nat Siva. Bad day.
Yeah, Sophie Eccleston must still be.
Is that actually a ploy to bowl to Dipti like this? Because both bowlers are now just bowling outside off stump, tempting her ego nicks. And we've seen this in the tournament in bits and pieces. Is that a problem?
Yeah, but it's just now. See, you can understand why they've sent Deepthi here, but the challenge for Deepthi, the T20 batter, is to make this 2 of 10 actually be even quickly, if she can, 13 of 13 or 14
Yeah.
of 15 kind of a knock, because that is the criticism of her, that you can take your time, but you need to start catching up. There isn't entirety to eternity for you to catch up, and the pressure is already mounting. The rate is 12. So now that could easily result in Kiran Navgire hitting what right up in the air and getting out. And you would not fault Kiran as well, thinking that there were too many dots, so she had to take the risk.
But I know that
And
all three of you guys have mentioned that Kiran Navgiri is going to give you chances right now. But will she slightly think differently now? The fact that Grace Harris is also back in the hard Gurkirat, or do you think
no,
she's
because
highway?
the required rate is 12. This
Yeah,
this is an off spinner bowling to a right hander. She's definitely going to take her chances.
and she does, and she gets 4. Well called, Gurkirat. 4 more, 63 for 4, 9.5. So they need some good big overs.
And
need to start
if you see, Haley Matthews knew that she was going to come down. She just shortened her length a bit. It's another thing that Navgire was also ready for it. So this
Haley
cat and
Matthews
mouse game
reminds-
is going to
Haley
continue.
Matthews reminds me of either Carl Hooper or Marlon Samuels in terms of bowling style.
Bit more like Marlon Samuels, because the action and the smarts are quite similar.
And the swag,
Yeah. I think just to add one thing on Marlon Samuels, I think he's probably the only player who I've seen guide full balls to third man off the back foot. I don't remember anybody else going so far back, open face of the bat, and he'll just guide a Yorker to third man with an open face of the bat. But yeah, that's some of those knocks
I
we saw that in
mean,
the T20
he
World
was
Cup.
he was hitting sixes to Malinga to long on while going on the back foot.
Yeah.
most underrated knock in a T20 World Cup final, Marlon Samuels. And the press conference after. Was it that same one?
That wasn't rate. That was everything rated, but let's not get there.
Let's
It
not
was
get there.
X-rated.
Shubham Joshi, good to see a new face in the comments saying Deepthi has been one of the biggest disappointments
Yeah.
similar to Smriti this season. I was just wondering, guy, if you make a particular, I don't know, a listicle saying WPL flop 11, Will we see Dipti, Smriti, and Renuka and Richa feature in it, or is it too
I
harsh
think
for Richa?
Richa won't.
Richa won't.
Richa won't. But yeah, Smriti and Devito definitely.
So let's try to make this exercise and we'll get the people in. And Nix and Ruki, I'll jump in here.
Yeah.
Flop 11 in terms from an Indian perspective solely. Who features? Random names. You don't have to go in a batting order, whatever. I can think of Smriti, Dipti, Renuka,
Shweta also. Shweta Sarawat.
Shweta Sarawat.
She hasn't had a great game.
Fine.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't put Shweta in flop because she hardly got to bat up top in more than like 3 games.
I think she
And-
got in 5 Knicks.
Agreed.
Not in 3. 5.
Yeah, but
Fine.
then 5 is she's under. I mean, what is her age? I mean, if that is your expectations of Sherawat to do well in her very first season, coming in from just the under 19 level to the WPL.
Shweta.
Yeah, no, Nix
Shweta
makes it's a good point because she's not really looked at that mic.
I mean, Devika Vaidya is fine. Devika Vaidya, you can definitely put her up top because you expect her to do well because she's been there and been around the system. But I think any one of the under 19 or the under 21 girls cannot be part of that flop 11 is what I feel like.
Okay, fair.
No, but we can say like we haven't had what we were expecting out of her. Like she hasn't.
Yeah, but then
performed-
that is it's our fault then that we expected them to have a crazy season.
No,
in
but
the competition
no,
that there
I have
is.
not even seen a one knock from her. She has got her chances, and the way she was performing in under 19, at least I was expecting that. Obviously, I can't expect 250 runs from her in 9 games, but then I was expecting one knock. And
Glimpses of okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So today also, if you see, because of her, I think Alisa Haley got out because she played 5 balls, and next on the last ball she got a single or something.
Oh, good ball that.
So
Great ball. Sorry, Vaishali.
if you don't expect 150 strike rate batting from her, but at least a good knock 20-30, that also she wasn't able to deliver.
Okay, let's try to get some more names. Manchi Joshi saying Shubham Joshi.
Yeah, even,
I don't know if he's related to
for
her.
wicketkeeper, it can be Tanya Bhatia. So,
Tanya Bhatia as well. is a
But
good
then she
shot.
was good with keeping. I mean, if she's batting
Anything,
at 9,
anything full is disappearing here.
Anything full it wants to be disappearing from a
Yeah.
Kiran Navgiri perspective, but she's just not really connecting. Her last 10 balls has not really yielded her that many runs, but that 6 that she hit entered the top 5 in terms of distances. Next flop is flop. Don't discriminate for bringing age in. Chuchan,
maybe
don't
the
take.
maybe the development is not happening. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, okay. What about Rajeshwari Gaikwad? Ooh, the
helicopter shot,
helicopter. Pooja Vasrikar is there. We haven't seen her bowl today. What about, I mean, we can't put Pooja Vasrikar in that category because
No,
she's missed
she-
some games. She's
No, she
contributed
did
in
well.
few.
She did well.
What about Rajeshwari Gaikwad, Radha Yadav?
Radha? She has now then again fielding will come, and then but she hasn't had a very good tournament with the ball. I think in one game she performed. She took 2 wickets.
Yeah.
So yeah, like there are many.
Jemmy.
No, Jamie has a good tournament.
Jemmy's performed.
Yeah.
Harleen's performed.
She has
Yastika's
she's
performed.
Jemmy's had a, I'd say she's had middling performances.
Yeah, not
Nothing too
But then,
great, but not too bad either. It's not that she's not contributed.
What about Sneh Rana?
Sneh Rana with the bat definitely with the ball to some extent. Yeah, you can put it hard.
I mean, that one game where everyone got smoked apart from, I think, her by Sophie Devine. Apart from that, she's not had really a good game, right? I mean, captaincy-wise, yeah, she's probably matured more in the tournament.
I think a lot of it had to do with her injury, which is something that we have spoken before. That probably really handicapped her batting because it's I think her right hand got or was it her left hand which got injured?
Left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, see, I feel apart from say the obvious picks in Smriti and say Devika and
Renuka.
even for to an extent Renuka, I think I'll probably still exclude Renuka because of the way she was used. I mean, in terms of she did. I mean, most of these guys did not bowl in their. Oh, that.
Oh, Kiran Navgiri, that's traveling for 6. That is, of course, clean. And she's going to be bold against Amelia Kerr this time. And it's the googly that she has to watch out for. But look, there is life and there is fight shown by Kiran Navgiri. 6 of the first ball.
Yes.
Brilliant.
We'll see one more 6. Hopefully not a wicket.
Bye, Chichanda. Will come like Kabir Singh if you take it big at Knicks next time. Abbas Kunde fighting for Knicks. Oh, she's gone again, and she gets 6 more. Is this the night of the Navgiri?
I told you we'll get another 6.
Down, Amelia Kerr.
Yeah, I told you we'll get another 6. Now no topics. Now no topics. That's all. No topics. That's it.
Dude, this, I mean, I know she hit that 81-meter stick, but this is 89.
89. Great.
That is
Now
brilliant.
she's put pressure on Amelia.
That is
Just
brilliant.
hold
And
your
Elisa,
shape and hit.
for sure.
sixes?
And Elisa Healy also likes it. 2 sixes. Anita, you can't fix this, can you? Can you now?
No, she's saying no.
So if all you 23 watching, jokes are always welcome in the watch along. Don't take me seriously at times. I care about my job and my life. Don't want to be powered or outpowered.
No,
If you're a
boss,
tech
enough,
Oh
company,
enough.
God,
come
well
back.
bowled.
Oh! Schoolgirl errors. And they'll come back for a couple of runs, will they? Yeah, they will. Now, Giri, you can't hit my favorite Amelia like that. It's unfair. Subodh, it's happening, lad. It's happening.
Oh, dude.
Amnish, we have the call as well. Best for Gurkirat.
Yeah, we've got devious calls made by Gurkirat. ठीक है भिजवा दो 2 पेटी लास्ट डिक्की में he's killed a few honestly yeah he's killed a few
What are you saying?
लास्ट डिक्की में ठीक है गाड़ी नंबर DL वो Honda सिग्नल के
It's
पास
raining also.
बता दे भाई सबको बता दे गुरकिरत कुल्लम कुल्ला हो जा भाई
Well, if it's something that Avnish is referring to, I'm sure no perfect criminal is going to do these things while being live on the internet.
it's the
It's just one
Swiggy
of
guy
the
right
delivery
the
calls.
Swiggy chap that you ordered
Galati kebab is-
Galati kebabs
No, the dinner's made today anyway. It was something that I've ordered from Mintra.
Yeah, wow. IPL time. He's got the new Delhi jersey, the away one.
Oh.
No. I have a personalized jersey. I got it last time from Delhi Capitals. So I've not ordered a jersey. I've
Won't be
just
long
ordered.
before we see him at auctions, and we'll do deep punt as an auction as a team owner.
Yeah. This is why you need
I-
to be on Twitter because you can get all these perks and privileges where the franchisees themselves call you and be like,
Why
"Yeah,
no one
jersey
is calling
Penado."
me? Please call.
Come on, Bangalore, if you're watching.
No, but yeah.
So many autographs and everything. Please
So the
give
one
some.
thing, the one thing that one thing that I'm very thankful to the Delhi franchise is.
Oh, shot. 1 second. Dipti is also saying, 1 second, I'm invited to this party too. And what? That's 19 of the Amelia Care over. That's a big one. Sorry, Gurkirat, go on.
Yeah, so the one thing that I'm very thankful to the Delhi franchise for is that this is in 2020. The IPL was obviously postponed, and it didn't really start on time. At that point of time, they decided to do some fan stories, and I was the first fan story that they covered, and from there is where I started to get a little traction on Twitter. So before that story, I don't think I had 1,000 followers on Twitter. I think I had around 500, 600, maybe 700.
And
Not
now,
sure.
how many do you have?
40% of Nikhil's followers.
I wanted to see how he puts it.
So Nikhil is around 75, right? If I'm
Yeah.
not wrong.
They're both like touching 1 lakh. By the time the IPL ends,
No, combined is 1 lakh.
basically
Total
Mukundal,
following.
Voda and Johns will be substituted by Nicks and Gurkira. That's why we've planned to poach them in a way that look.
No,
then-
sorry, what?
No. We
No,
can't
we'll
replace
not-
them. We can't.
No.
We have a life, and we had that time. We had that phase of life as
Everyone's
well.
era comes to an end, bro.
Yes,
Abhi to
yes,
shoot
yes.
baad hai.
Yeah.
See,
Hopefully,
Yeah, we'll also
I
like
can't-
like-
I can't be a news aggregator. I can't watch as much cricket as even Nikhil does.
But
Forget
I think they've
watching.
gotten so big in life right now that Johns maybe tells his cousin brother if come probably maybe 12 to like 8 in the morning, so he gets that 8 hours of rest, and then the baki ka din sawal dega types.
Yeah.
Pata nahi,
But it's a
might
great
be
place to be in, though. To be honest, I mean that's how we all began, trying to watch as much of it as we can. But again, once you get married and there is different lives, so which is why that we have a life now. This is their time, so they can bask, do whatever they want to right now because they have all the time in the world.
No, and
Yeah,
true. And
also-
look, obviously, I give credit to Crick Johns and Mufaddal because whatever they do, they're doing it purely out of passion. For them to put, another 6! She's making a most of this. Oh no, jinxed it! I've jinxed it, and it's Izzy Belwong. And she's, of
Yeah.
course, featuring in a feature on our cricket.com website.
I mean,
Check that out. But
how often Wong has
guys,
taken
I
the
mean,
best
all the
wickets, and
goes.
how often she's been the key breakthrough, key wicket taker for Mumbai all season.
Yeah.
This is what luck is about sometimes in a
Yeah,
in an important game. This is not a wicket taken delivery.
This is
yeah,
not.
And you can't blame Kiran Navgire for going for the big
going for the
shot
shot.
given
Yeah.
the
Is that the
situation.
longest part of the ground? No, right?
No, no, no. 66. So it was a fair. The shot was on.
Yeah.
Just, but well played. Decent bat.
Well
Yeah,
played.
Good,
27
good
ball,
effort.
43. Well done, Kiran
you
Navgiri. And then
can't
suppose you can fire that question to Vaishali. Yeah, good, Kiran.
yeah, you can't blame the batter going for a shot on a full toss given the situation that it is. You could probably say that
Plus
the
the fact
bowler
that
was
she's
slightly lucky.
converting those full tosses for like
Yeah,
uh,
every game, 90 meters,
90 meters or
89
whatever.
meters, sixes.
Yeah.
And I think if you have the
So
asking
so
rate of
you know
10
these are
for
these
it,
are
Yeah.
the these are the small things.
great,
Is
or
it
even
done now?
I think, yeah, only hopes are remaining. To be honest, in all practical scenarios, Simran Sheikh has also got consistent chances, but I think she didn't cross the double digit in terms of runs. So,
Yeah. Now Simran Sheikh's walked out of bat. 84 for
but
5,
she has the
12.2.
ability to tom the ball really far. I don't know how she can do it.
I mean, they all have the ability to be
No,
fair, but let's
especially
see if
for
they can.
Simran Sheikh, I'm saying.
But yeah, like Nick's mentioned, Isabel Wong, this tournament has just. Oh, she gets another! She gets another, and she's on fire, this Wong.
That's how she
Our
got out.
stats man, Anirudh, was including her in terms of the team of the tournament. It's not a bad shout, because she's just fired for Mumbai every time you want her to with the bat, and now this time with the ball, back-to-back wickets. And surely you're thinking now, Mumbai are entering that final with Delhi, guys.
Yeah, and this is how she got out even in her first match. Same way, Simran Sheikh.
It's crazy. I mean, do you think she's secretly Harmanpreet's go-to bowler, Nix?
Yeah,
Not even
but
Yeah,
secretly.
100%. 100%. There's it's not even a doubt because see they haven't used Pooja almost
Yeah.
at all with the ball. So of course there is some niggle or whatever that is that they are closely monitoring, which is good. And again, we talked about Isabel being the difference because she's someone who skids on. I mean, she's very quick. So and we saw that even now she was beaten by pace more than anything there. So just good use of her. And again, I think it's the timing that Herman has so many options. She is able to pick out the best possible bowler, even if not that over, at least the very next over. But she's always looking for wickets, and Isabel doesn't leave the stumps. So, and that's what she's done once again.
And the fact that Harman just has, like you said, a plethora of options, and the fact that her key personnel have delivered time and time and again across matches. Today we're seeing, of course, that two overseas assets come to the fore. One was Nat Siver with the bat, Nat Siver Brunt, I should say. And then, of course, now Isabel Wong. She's on a hat trick. I don't think we've seen a single hat trick in the women's T20 league so far. It'll be nice if she can deliver. And she does! It's a hat trick! It's a hat trick! Isabel Wong, where have you been? Where have you been, Izzy Wong? It's honestly brilliant, and they're parting this Mumbai lot, and why wouldn't they? Because they're all so happy for her. She's got a compatriot out in terms of Sophie Eccleston. 84 for 7, the game's done. But more importantly, a bit of history, a bit of cricketing folklore in terms of the Women's T20 League. And it is Izzy Wong. Remember the name that will go down in IPL, should I say WPL archives. What have we just seen? And is it fitting that Isabel Wong gets it? Because she's always, if you think about it, the best overseas pacer has to be Izzy Wong.
In this league, yeah.
In this
Because
league.
Shabnam hasn't got consistent
Correct.
chances. Yeah.
King Garth,
and no one
no
was
chance.
expecting from her, to be honest,
Yeah.
because no one has seen so much of Easy Wong. But
Everyone was saying Megan Shirt. Everyone
Yeah.
was saying, I don't know, Annabelle Sutherland.
Shabnam smile.
Shabnam is smile.
Because she had a very good World Cup. But then the way I think she has surprised everyone, and no one was expecting that the first hat trick will come from her.
For
and
sure.
I think she has just put the game in the Mumbai's cabinet now.
She's
That's
basically just told Neeta Ambani, you go home, madam. It's fine. It's Friday. You can party with your family. We've got the tournament for you, at least to the final. Wong is a star. Gurkirat, come in here. How happy are you?
He's also stunned on
He's
mute.
on mute. He's on mute. Those devious calls. That's why he was on mute. He's still on mute. And now he's acting puzzled. And now he's checking his mic. There is problems in the Gurkirat household. He might just disconnect and come back. Will he? Won't
Yeah.
he? Mintra has come at the door. There's things happening. It's all going off.
What an over
Lads,
there.
what an
Completely
over.
derailed the
A hat
completely
trick.
derailed the batting.
And there's more, is it? Ooh. Izzy's
Maybe the
left
first-
us in a tizzy. Honestly, it's safe to say 4 for 13, 3 gone. And I know we're going to see multiple eliminators in the WPL going forward, but definitely it's Izzy Wong's night. Now, this is a perfect plug-in, and I think Gurkirat, you're back in terms of audio. But before I forget, the writer that I was talking about, Akash, who's on the live blog, he's written a sensational feature on Izzy Wong. Check it out on the cricket.com website. I think they put it up on the homepage for sure right now, so it'll be there and it'll catch your eye. Gurkirat, all good audio-wise?
Yeah, I think now it's now it's
Oh,
okay. But I wasn't on mute. I don't know what happened. I just reconnected it. Anyway, I had a question for all of you. Who was the first bowler to take a hat trick in the Indian T20 league? I think
I
Nikhil
know
will
the
know this.
answer. I want
I think
Nick.
Nikhil will know this.
I know the answer. And even I think Akash seemingly knows the answer. Do you want to guess,
I
Vaishali?
did.
Yeah.
Oh, Rohit Sharma, no?
No?
No,
No, it's not Rohit Sharma.
no.
Nick, you want to
It's-
guess?
Balaji, obviously.
Yeah. Against Punjab
Yeah.
It is.
in
We
Chennai.
should
In
try
May,
that. Obviously,
yeah.
there will be a lot of fun exposing Gurkirat. He doesn't
Against
have any secrets. He's a nice guy. He goes to the temple weekly thrice, Gurkirat. Gurudwara.
No, no.
People now
No.
think that you're like this devious guy. I mean, you might be. Everyone has their own deep, dark secrets.
I'm you. You look at me. Do I look devious?
100%.
He's
What do you
saying
mean?
100%.
100%, bro.
I don't look devious.
Bro, it's crazy. It's honestly crazy. Sometimes, like, you just walk in with that swag. Like, that's why that Sardar boy was, like, echoing in your Honda the other day, just driving around casually. Bro, people like
That,
this.
that,
People like to know a little bit more about you.
that's how Punjabis in Delhi drive.
Mm.
One hand on the steering, one hand on the stereo.
He's driving at, like, the speed of, like, 120. And he's like, kuch na hoga, bhai, kuch na hoga.
That's
Rose
rubbish.
And he's doing
that's
this
rubbish.
blindfolded. And another boundary here. There's another boundary.
Adding some runs to Teddy.
And I'm adding some commentary and comedy. Of course, Gurkirat doesn't do that. He's a sane guy. We love him to death. I'm just pulling his leg here. 94 for 7. Nothing really to talk about. But let's just preview the final, guys, because in all
Teddy versus Mumbai.
in all honesty, it's going to be the two powerhouses, the two biggest cities of India, I think, geographically.
Yeah.
Mumbai v Delhi. Delhi to win it, surely, right?
No, I think Mumbai. Because Delhi, I'll tell you, like if Mumbai gets quick wickets,
Yeah.
I think Delhi's done and dusted. Because that apart from their top four,
It doesn't matter about quick wickets, Vaishali. It's about who has more money in the purse.
why are we doing this?
Who flexes?
Why are we doing this? Why are we even doing this then?
I'm definitely on team Gurkirat if it's Mumbai Delhi. I think it's going to be
If-
Mumbai
if
Delhi.
I want to see Mumbai winning it. They are winning it here, then Mumbai's gonna.
Next, okay, fine. If it's Mumbai Delhi, who you backing? Oh, it could be a wicket. Oh, taken. Everything's coming off for this
Kalita.
Mumbai team. And
I thought
gets
I thought it
cheap.
was dropped. I thought it missed her.
No, it took it.
Jinti Mani was not able to stop a normal ball which went for the boundary,
Brilliant.
but then she took a brilliant catch.
And Neeta Ambani's cocker hoop. I think she's going to gift her an iPad by the looks of things. So maybe 3 iPads.
Indian
Just take
iPads.
it and be happy. Shabnam Misbah would have loved to bowl here as well. UP I'll face same challenge next season as well if they don't bring reliable domestic batters. I mean, lots of teams have a lot of learning lessons, but let's see how it goes. Clean as house is that.
Yeah, very clean.
I mean, you got to trust the fielder, surely.
And she's a good fielder.
And she's celebrating before she's even taken it, which is brilliant to see.
Yeah, but even Clark did that, so it's okay.
Yeah, actually true. But those are Aussies. Where at least nice people. No, just of course joking. Haley Matthews, like we said, cheap wickets, but she wouldn't mind. I think she's now tottered on to 11, 12 wickets. In terms of most valuable players in the tournament, Haley Matthews could be one of them.
Net zero, right?
Over 200 runs, 10 plus wickets. Even Natsiva
Sivan
Brand's one of
Branch.
them.
Yeah.
Izzy Wong. I mean, Mumbai have just had so
No,
many
we would
clutch
wanted to
players.
have would wanted to have Deepti Sharma up there
Yeah.
in MPV, but definitely.
Okay, cool. So before we just wrap up, let's do that preview right now. So Shauna, just take that comment off the screen so we can have it all clean and nice for the preview that we want to like kind of talk about. If Shauna said, yeah, super. So Mumbai versus Delhi.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Who starts favorite? Who's winning?
I think Mumbai definitely starts as favorite
Okay.
after this game. The convincing win, the easy balls hat trick, and the way Nat Xavier Brunt has performed so far. And definitely in terms of the option they have in both batting and bowling. If they can get the quick wickets of Delhi, then definitely Delhi would be a back foot because we have seen their top four five doing the heavy lifting from them. And there aren't many options with Delhi.
Yeah.
So I think Mumbai is the one I'm going with, and they'll surely win it.
Okay, surely win it. Bold call from Vaishali. And of course, Mumbai and Delhi played each other twice, like all the other teams have. The first time Mumbai washed Delhi pretty quickly, and then in the reverse picture, Delhi just dismantled Mumbai. Nitz, do you think the venue will come into play here? Because if you look at both the teams, they have their strengths and their weaknesses, more strengths than weaknesses. The venue, do you think it's a subplot by itself?
Yeah, it will be. I'm also very interested to see if the Brabant turns.
Yeah,
Usually, you don't see a used wicket for the final, and if that is not the case, I think it probably favors Mumbai more. I don't think they'd want to play on a used wicket because you have Radha Yadav, you have Jess Jonathan, who could really trouble a lot of Mumbai, and of course Marizan Cup with the movement. So if it's a flat deck and it's a batting versus batting game, I think Mumbai have more balance and more depth in their batting. Even if it goes down to Pooja and Easy Wong also being able to hit the ball, which is not the case with Delhi.
yeah.
So Delhi will hope there is some help in the deck for them. Uh, I'm sure the team chasing will feel confident, but they'll have to keep Mumbai to a score. I think UP were also confident today, but they gave away those 20-25 runs extra, which eventually has probably been the gulf between the two sides eventually.
Okay. Gukirat, I mean, looking at Sunday's final, will Delhi kind of obviously want to win the toss? But if they win the toss, will that modus operandi be what they've done? The fact that they bowl first, restrict teams, and then knock it off like as the total ornament there. So what do you think they're going to go into this
See,
game with?
see, when you don't have batting depth, that is the way to go, without a doubt. Uh,
Hmm.
I think the game's mainly going to come down to how Izzy Wong and Nat Skewer bowled to Lanning and Shefali,
Yeah.
because if Delhi are two down in the power play, then it could really get difficult for Delhi to post a good score. So I and even more so if they are batting first, because batting first, given Mumbai's depth, if Delhi are two down early, then they might just take extra chances because you want to probably post an above par total. So it is more important for Delhi to win the toss than Mumbai, given how Mumbai have more balance. But yeah, like I said, Delhi would really hope that their lack of batting depth doesn't come back to bite them in the final. And if it does, then I won't really say that they are unlucky or something. It's something that they haven't even tried to address,
Hmm.
because they had qualified for the playoffs with 2 games to go. They could have probably tried a Jasi Akhtar in those 2 games and see what holds for them. But they want to stick to Tanya Bhatia at 7. So if that is your call, then if that comes back to bite you, then might as well own up to it. Which I think someone like Meg Lanning is the kind of leader that she would. But it won't be down to bad luck if it happens. It would just be down to some a weakness waiting to be exposed. It's not that it
Yeah.
hasn't been exposed; it's been exposed earlier. But yeah, probably they'll need something special from either Lanning or Capsy or maybe Madison Cup. Who knows? Maybe even Jemmy could come to the party. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I mean, hopefully, from a Delhi perspective, they can get one because essentially all the talk is with Mumbai because they've done it, of course, in the men's. Can the women's, of course, replicate that? Or if Delhi does, it'll just be remarkable. There's some fascinating battles, of course, amongst the wars, so to speak. There'll be a fantasy preview out, and of course, a watch along Not to forget, at 7:30, will be right from the first ball of the tournament till the last ball of the final. I mean, first ball of the final to the last ball of the final. So you can catch us on Sunday. There'll be Bishan, there'll be Vaishali, Mohit as well. There'll be everyone pretty much. So that's the preview. 96 for 8, 14.5. The Nala Engineer. Hope you guys are new to this particular platform, which is CDC. Delhi Capitals will win. Mumbai reliable on three batters: Matthew, Natraj, and Harman. I mean, essentially, Delhi also rely on three.
I think
Jemmy is another
all
one.
this while, I think we are forgetting the contribution Yastika Bhatia has done.
True.
She has not got that 50 score, but she has consistently played 30, 40, and with a quick means with quick striking. So I think she has also given some kind of good start to Mumbai. So we are forgetting. I think we should appreciate the way she has actually kind of played
Yeah.
in the opening slot. We
And
weren't
even today, right?
even today, and we weren't expecting from her. Nobody was expecting from her, to be honest, that Yastika will play such kind of. But she has had a good tournament, and hopefully, it's a good sign for India.
It is a
So
great sign for India, and some are even saying that she outperformed someone like Spriti Mandana, which always
exactly.
bodes well for her personally. So, what's that space if you're a Yastika fan? Gurkirat already in a defeatist mood. That's not how champion teams should be.
I've I've watched this team in 2009. I've watched this team in 2012. I've watched this team in 2021. So I keep my hopes very low because
And 2020, what happened?
2021, 2020, they didn't have a chance against Mumbai.
But they made the
Mumbai in
final.
20, they made the final, yes. They made the final, yes, and they were probably the second best team. But there was the gulf between Mumbai in that season and other teams was too big. It was
Hmm.
just too big. Because I
And
remember,
arguably the best Mumbai team ever, right?
I'm not sure if it was the best on paper, but it was definitely the team which with most players in form. Because I categorically remember in that top seven of Rohit, uh, Quinton de Kock, Ishan Kishan, Surya Kumar Yadav, Kyron Pollard, the Pandya brothers, the lowest strike rate was 135, and almost everyone was averaging over 30. And the one player who wasn't scoring runs scored runs in the final, which was Rohit. So
Yeah.
that team was really too strong. I, I I I never thought that either Delhi or Bangalore have a chance in that season. I thought one of them would be fighting for the second spot, and that's what happened. Mumbai were too strong in that season. I didn't have hopes, but it is 2021 where I really think that Delhi shot themselves in the foot.
Why?
I'm not, I'm not going to speak of the soft story once again. I've spoken of it enough times.
Okay, fine. Next, how many
maybe
contests you
Nikhil,
won
maybe Nikhil
checking
can
right now?
Nikhil can give it a different touch or a different twist.
Next, how have you been with your luck tonight?
Yeah, this was good. I was actually checking Pakistan game. They are 58 for 5 in 11 overs against Afghanistan in Sharjah.
Are they playing that? Where are they playing that? In
Sharjah.
Oman?
Raja.
Oh, okay.
Sharjah. So yeah, that was. But yeah, the team one was good. Skiver captain, safe as houses, no problem there whatsoever. बिल्कुल
Yeah.
रिस्क नहीं लेने का.
Oh, it's happening in Sharjah. It'll be a wild crowd there. Afghanistan, Pakistan. Babar and stuff are not playing, right?
That too.
No.
So imagine that you're rejected by the 100 and your national team in back-to-back days. Hello? Just joking. Obviously, they
Yeah,
won't
but
pick.
in, in all honesty, it was too wishful to expect Babar or Rizwan to get picked in the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
I
I
think
mean,
and I
just
say
because
that
to lure
despite
some
Babar.
Pakistan fans into those franchise, maybe you could pick them. But yeah, I completely get you. They're just
see,
not
I
too
think
many.
No,
the
but
general problem is also with you have to be an exceptional opener to get into overseas leagues.
Yeah.
It's the issue that you see even in the Indian T20 league. There are so many openers who are good, but they still don't get a run in the league because you have that option locally. So why would you rather spend so
this is
much more
not
on an overseas spot?
this is not true for Delhi though.
Delhi, they
You
are
be an
different.
overseas opener.
You're an Australian
You
opener.
be an overseas.
Papa Ponting will always take you if you're an Australian opener. So let's not bring that. But I think it's where the problem lies, and which is something also we saw in the WPL. I mean,
Yeah.
Laura Bulwa did not get through because she was a pure batter. Now, had she been someone who's bowling a bit of over, like Sutherland played so many games because she could bowl. So that bias is always going to be there. So they always look for that extra option that can you bowl, can you? I think Rizwan probably was a second option, like first option that because he keeps. But again, you have enough options in your system in that sense. So I think that lens also has to be kept in mind when you think
and
on
I-
those
and
lines.
I think Babar actually upped his intent in the PSL and was probably better than Rizwan maybe in this PSL, but it was still not going to cut it given what Nikhil said and the options that are there. I think Shadab got picked. I think Haris Rauf got picked, and I think Shaheen got picked. So if you try and if you bring a value which is not easily available in the domestic talent, you give yourself a much better chance of getting picked. I mean, Shaheen, especially with with his newfound batting intent, has become even more
A bad
an uh, an attractive entity. I wouldn't really say that he's just proven as a batter straight away, but yeah, we've seen teams uh, going for the extra value, even if it's on the basis of few games. Odion Smith, last Indian T20 league, was a perfect example of this.
yeah.
Because he was a number 8 who could bat, teams went harder for him, not realizing that he's probably not a 4 overs bowler, and he could really not do well in his primary skill. So Shaheen at least is a 4 overs bowler, so you'd like to take the bonus that comes along with it anyway. But sometimes teams just get too sucked into the bonus that is available that they forget the primary skill may not be good enough.
Hmm. Audience saying, I think MI can become the second ever franchise to win the IPL, the WPL, and the CLT20 after Sydney Sixers did it with the BBL, WPL, and the CLT20. I mean, we've been hearing what the Major League Cricket and Texas Super Kings and MI New York. I don't know the world, of course, taking to cricket. It's good for us. Sometimes not so much personally with the amount of cricket, so we might just be battered by the age of 35 by the looks of it. People quickly forget the value of
I don't
cricket
think
back in
Sydney Sixers
2000
won. I,
Sorry?
I don't think Sydney Sixers won the CLT20. I think they were still New South Wales at that point of time.
Oh, did he?
Probably Nikhil can correct me.
Probably Nick. I mean, yeah, sure. You know what really frustrates me right now? The game is done and they're having these stupid strategic timeouts. It just takes the life out of people right now, just waiting for this game to get over. And I mean, it's just shocking,
They
really.
won. Sorry, just to add, they won. The Sydney Sixers did win
They won.
Which year was this?
2013.
Sydney
2013.
Sixers, indeed, the
Yeah.
Where
champions.
where was where was where was this edition held?
I'll just get you the scorecard. South Africa.
South Africa, lad.
Okay. Why do I not have any memory of this?
Yeah.
Good kid.
Oh, that's a wicket.
Oh,
With
Kalita
another
scored.
wicket.
Chinti Manikali
Her
that
first ball,
time.
they were like, why isn't she bowling? She's bowled. She got a catch as well, and she gets the wicket. Everything's coming off from Mumbai, really. Let's just end the watch along right now because
Yeah.
honestly, I'm not waiting for another wicket. Guys, quickly, player of the match, Natsiva or Izzy Wong?
I think the way it has set up, I think I'll give it to Ned Severe
Natsiva.
because if she wouldn't have played that innings, I don't think so. Mumbai was in position to even get to
That's
150.
72, and she got a wicket, I think, as well.
Yeah,
And she got the crucial catch of Kiran Navgiri. So, really perfect night. Grace Harris wicket, big wicket there. You boys agree, or do you think Wong has a say here in terms of player of the match?
Then maybe she can share with Sophie for dropping that catch on 6 and just tease her a bit more before going for the 100. But yeah, I think no doubts there. Had single-handedly kept them first kept them in the game and then finished with a score that they got the extra cushion of runs. And even when Wong took those wickets, you still knew the game was more done than not.
True.
So yeah, again, big match, big player.
Okay, Gurkirat, does the hat trick have any sort of, I don't know, tilt towards the player of the match award? The fact that it's the very first and the fact that it's also a decent spell, to be fair. Would you side with Izzy Wong or you're just like, no, Nat Siver, I'm giving it to you today?
I think Nat Scriver had the more important role, but I am also confident that the chances of commentators giving the award to Issy Wong are slightly more than
But who are the
what we think.
commentators today?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
He has a few pals in the com box,
Oh,
Gurkirat,
that's
of
no
course.
go.
So that's why he's, of course, just tongue in cheek with the good old lads who give these commentary awards, particularly to opening batters. If you guys know, you guys know. We'll leave it there. Guys, look, Gurkirat, next, thank you so much for your time. It's 105 for 9, 78 of 22. I think it's obviously curtains, and it'll be a Mumbai Delhi final. We've, of course, already spoken about that. We will put that preview out on Sunday morning for all you guys who missed the watch along today. And that's all we have. I'm starving. Gurkirat needs to get to his Galati kebabs and his Mintra package. Nick's, of course, going to be checking all his fantasy returns today. And Vaishali with you will see on Sunday, of course.
Yes, definitely.
For
There
sure.
are-
Nick? Oh, we've cut Gurkirat off. Sorry, go on, go on.
There are no galati kebabs today. It's only dal and roti.
Imagine you
No
open the
Galati
Mintra
kebabs today.
package and it's a Galati.
Okay, enough
That's
said.
that's not happening.
I was just wondering how he's going to react to that joke. Okay, Gurkirat, next thanks for being such sports. Yeah, I really appreciate it on a Friday night. Vaishali, you too. 106 for 9. I don't know how much they're going to win by, but you guys can figure out the math. Check
And
out the
it doesn't
cricket.com
matter. It
website
doesn't matter.
in
Go
terms of the
NRR.
final score result. It's been a short and sweet watch along. Remember, we're going to do the whole watch along on Sunday with Vaishali, Bishan, and the rest of the team. And it's a Mumbai Delhi final. Mark
Yeah.
your calendars. Sunday, the March
Mumbai is
26th.
winning it.
And Mumbai is
Winning.
losing it.
Winning it.
Losing it.
Yeah.
Or buying it. They're buying
Okay,
this
thank
competition.
you.
Thanks for
Bye,
watching.
bye.
End the watch along. We'll see you guys soon.